Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. This week, I checked out Attack of the METHGATOR, and this 2023 film was directed by Christopher Ray and stars LaRonn Marzett, Bruce Peoples, and Vanessa Tamayo, among others, of course. The story of this movie, as you can guess from the title, is about a gator that gets its hands on some meth, and now it's, meth crazy. It actually kind of grows in size as well on meth. And so it's going around looking for its next hit, trying to find the meth labs around Florida. And, it's successful for the most part. Along the way, of course, it eats a bunch of people. Though the main story does follow this DEA agent who's returned to Florida, I guess after some time, and is looking to shut down all the meth labs, of course. Along the way, he encounters the METHGATOR, and along with him and his friends, they have to, stop this METHGATOR. What will happen, though? Well, for that, you gotta watch the movie and find out. Alright, so let's discuss this movie. Well, with this one, it's Asylum's attempt at making kind of a mockbuster of Cocaine Bear, and there's been a few others out there. I saw Cocaine Shark, and there's another one I haven't seen. I think it's like Raccoon out there, so I'm looking for that one. But with this one, it's Asylum's attempt at doing that. And they're, of course, a low-budget movie-making company. And with this one, I gotta say, they did a pretty good job. You can tell that they are actually spending most of their budget. With this one, they have lots of props and sets as well. They have like a meth lab that they go to, and lots of, bags full of salt, I guess, and, or, ice salt. And so they're using all of that type of stuff. So they actually do a good job. You can tell they've, put in the work into making it not realistic, of course, but, enough so that you can, get what they're going for. And yeah, I would say it's pretty good. It's well produced that way. So yeah, that certainly is, a surprise from, Asylum. It does certainly have some of its Asylum traits, and we'll talk about those. But for the most part, it's well produced enough where, you believe that these guys are running around with meth in their pockets. In addition, I gotta say the story is pretty fun. I think with the biggest complaint about Cocaine Bear was that, there was not enough bear and, too many character kind of moments. With this one, you get to see the gator quite a bit. It shows up every 10-15 minutes, so you are always kind of just waiting for that moment. And it comes up and bites someone or, does something. And so that is pretty good. That is certainly, I think, one of the bigger pluses of this one. Other than that, the story generally is fun. You get to see people at a bar kind of reminiscing, which is, what it is. It's fine. You do have this weird segment kind of in the middle where they go to a slap fight competition because they need information from someone or something. And then they participate in this slap fight. And it's just like, why are you doing a slap fight? Like, what's going on here? Like, couldn't you do it any other way? No, you gotta participate in a slap fight. And it goes on for a while, like a 20-minute segment at this slap site. And you're just like, why? But at the same time, you're like enjoying it. So it really doesn't matter. I would even say, like, with how it's paced really well that way. Lots of stuff does happen. And dare I even say it, it's better than Cocaine Bear, or at least more exciting. Also, with this one, the gator looks pretty good. It's all CGI, but you see it a lot, which is good. There's a few moments here or there where it doesn't look perfect, of course. I think the most noticeable one was when it was like swimming on top of reeds or seaweed or something. It kind of just looks like it was superimposed. But for the most part, when it's walking around, it looks like it's actually engaging and interacting with these things. Even when it's eating people, it kind of looks like they're actually, being eaten. So all of the CGI stuff on the gator, yeah, certainly does work. And that brings me to what doesn't work with this one. Well, with this one, it's an Asylum film, so it does come up with some kind of territorial aspects of it. With this one, it kind of has a rocky start, I would say. It does start off with kind of these driving scenes, these kind of like 10-minute driving scenes where they're just having a conversation and the cameras are in the back seat. And it's just like, is this what we're going to do? Like, this is how it's going to work out. It kind of is deceptive because it does get better than that, certainly. And it has other, elements with the story where they're clearly just ripoffs. Like, they have a mayor who wants to keep everything open, just like Jaws. They do go a different route in the end, but, it's still in there. So ultimately, I would say it's just like a silly, fun, stupid. Certainly that's going to be a word that's probably thrown around a lot with this movie and all of its different elements. So, sit back, relax. It's a fun, silly one that you can certainly just enjoy, I would say, especially if you're a B movie lover, especially if you're, an Asylum fan. I watch a lot of Asylum movies, and I gotta say, I do enjoy them. This one is enjoyable for sure. It's just, not a masterpiece. Other than that, I think they are probably looking to put this on Tubi or something, because they actually have like commercial break segments, like it will fade out and then, go to the name. And so that's where you would put a commercial. And so, it's nothing to be faulting them for. It certainly, I guess, goes to the style or, the format that they want people to see it in. It's a made for TV movie, put it on Tubi. They got commercials there too, right? So yeah, that was just one thing where you wouldn't expect it to be in there. It's kind of odd the first time you see it. Like at the beginning, it's perfectly fine, right? Show the title of the movie, of course. But then, every 30 minutes, having a commercial break, it's like, I don't know. It's just one of those things that didn't really match up, I thought, to it. Especially when they, come back and it's the same scene. And you're like, well, then just have the same scene go on, And so, yeah, other things like that are in there as well. Oh, and another thing that kind of annoyed me was that sometimes the gator, eats people, but not the meth that they have on the table. Or at least you don't see them eat it. You just see them eat the people. And so that's just kind of silly. Like, it's there for the meth, right? So show it eating the meth. And what else? Yeah, the gator is just kind of silly. Even, burst through the walls at one point, just like the Kool-Aid Man. And I just burst out laughing. So, I don't know. I can clip it in here for you. And so, yeah, the METHGATOR, certainly fun, but certainly stupid as well. As for a recommendation, well, if you're looking for some fun, this is a place to go for it, especially if you're a B-movie lover or an Asylum fan. It's got everything that you enjoy in it. So if you can check it out, I would say try to press play on this one. As for a rating, well, I'll give it the good bad score of 4.5. After all, I had quite a few laughs with it. And with that being said, I think that's all I wanted to say. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.